We're live.
What to do, everybody? It's May the 7th, 2025, and it's time for the Mikey Justice Hour. Tonight, I got a real interesting interview with a young man by the name of Jerone Hornbeak. He is a single father of 13 kids. He is struggling with depression and alcoholism, amongst a few other things. I'm gonna show this interview with him. It's gonna be in two parts. We're gonna check that out, and we're gonna get off into a few other things. It's the Mikey Justice Show, and it starts now.
Another high school shooting yesterday, this one in Florida.
I'm in 6th grade, and it can be scary
There have been about
sometimes.
380 school shootings.
I appreciate you talking to our community about this.
Now's the time. Get ready for
The People's Podcast,
the Mikey Justice Show. Y'all ready? I'm ready.
Who don't want music?
There was a man that went by Mike. You like night shows. And so many people wouldn't be bad. They had to be good. It was the youth to avoid because they've been misled.
Today I am announcing charges against the shooter's parents.
I had a 6th grader come. This is what she said.
And I really agree with your point of view.
The Mikey Justice Show starts now.
The Who Show start now?
The Mikey Justice Show.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What it do, everybody?
Yeah.
It's May the 7th, 2025, and it's time for the Mikey Justice Hour. As always, I'm your boy, Mikey Justice, and on the ones and twos, my main man, Phil.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing, my boy? That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That's the curve.
Oh no, it ain't funny. No, I'm trying to be hip. No, I'm trying to get my card. You know how everybody get their black card, their little
Right.
street credibility. I'm not old, brother. I know what's up. Ain't that what the young people say now?
Yeah,
What's
I
up,
guess.
my boy?
That's what they say. My boy. My
I said-
guy.
I said, man, they bring everything full circle, man. You know, they got to switch it up. They can't do nothing the same like we do it. You know, we used to say my mans and my dude.
Yeah.
I ain't even like my dude. I used to think that was a little bit zesty, but my boy, I used to be like my dude, like, you know, like dude be like, yeah, my gal, you know.
Right.
I was like back in the day saying my dude is like the male version of saying like my gal.
Yeah.
My man,
Real
you know, my
close.
dude. But now I'm calling you my boo and disrespecting you at the same time, my boy. That sounds like some Eddie Haskell. Hey, Wally. Hey, how you doing, my boy?
My boy.
Hey, where's that dumb lad, your brother? You know, my
Right.
boy. No, where's the brothers? Yeah, man, I don't know, but yeah, how you doing, my boy? Are you all right?
Man, I guess I'm all right.
What you want to be a man?
You know what? I'm skibbity.
You
You ain't,
skibbity?
you ain't hip to that.
No, I'm not hip to it.
Skibbity.
Hey, man, I heard a couple of big words today. What your man say earlier? That word we was like,
Transponder night. What did
he
he say?
say,
Extrapolate. That's what it was.
yeah, he said extrapolate, bro.
Yeah.
Dang, I don't know what that mean. I seen the video online with Miller Don showing this dude, this guy. I guess they call him McKeon. He was trolling somebody, and this like flight attendant, a security guard, or somebody. He took his belt off and just started running and chasing the man down, trying to. I said, literally whoop his. I said, Pootie Tang is in the building. So that's my definition of extrapolate. What
Right.
I was it? Extrapolate.
Extrapolate.
I
Yeah.
extrapolate you. I beat you. Take this belt off and beat you. Extrapolate you up in here, boy. Boy, I'm telling you. But anyway, man, what you think about that weather? I'm gonna say the weatherman is a lie. He lied again.
Man,
Man,
was telling-
they showed all day. He's talking about no rain. I know
Yeah.
you done seen some raindrops and heard some thunder tonight.
Oh yeah. I was telling one of my coworkers, I was like, I never thought I'd be on this blaze so early, but I'm ready for it to get hot, man. I'm tired of this.
I mean, this ain't too bad. I ain't complaining, bro, because
I'm
you know,
complaining. I want some nice.
it's just like basketball playoffs, bro. It's the best thing going, but they let you know that's the beginning of the end. When see, these are all right days. We still got hot days to come. I'm cool with all these all right days because after
I'm
these
ready
all
for
right
the
days
hot.
and these hot days, then you just can't turn your freak level. Now. You ready to see half of these heifers walking around naked? They're gonna do it if the weather.
Regardless. Huh?
Yeah, it only take 50. You know what I say, bro? If it's 50, once all my peoples come outside, I don't care what nobody say. It's 70. Okay, see, this boy is for this foolishness tonight. Yeah, man, but I'm like, I don't know what the weatherman been talking about. When there's water coming out the sky, brother, it's raining, right? They said it wasn't gonna rain.
Do they got something new for
Man,
I
I thought I was gonna get out there and cut that old grass, man. That thing would have popped right on back up.
Yep.
Man, I couldn't do it.
Every time.
Yes,
rain.
But with that being said, man, before we get started on some more of that local news and seeing what's going on around here, man, you know, I like to say what's up to all my people out there watching. Yeah, we just like to have a little fun, easy breezy show. Everything get a little serious. Well, have been getting serious lately, or should be, because it's a lot of mess. Yeah, and I know what I don't know about y'all, but I think we headed for doom. So, you know, try to stay prayed up and everything and have some good, decent days, have something to chill out and talk about.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, once again, man, shout out to everybody that's watching. Appreciate y'all support. It's the only way we're going to level that playing field, man. I like that post that Casmo sent me about everybody supporting each other, man. You hear me? I don't know why social media is out there for everybody and they out there getting it. We could get it the same way. And if we support each other, man, yeah, we could take this thing to a whole new level. Like I said, man, I'm going to remember all of y'all that kicked me to the curb when I was Small Change Charlie. It's coming. Right. Yeah. I was like, in a minute, man, I'll be able to promote that food truck. Everybody that know, they know what's up. I had a couple of people from Save-A-Lot come down and get some of them good old plates and everything today. Me and my man Phil been working on getting a new truck. We're going to keep the old trusty boy because that's legendary. That's what got me in the game. So my heart is with that. So I'm going to keep that thing for tradition, but we're going to get more modernized and be able to serve the people a little bit better. And when we do that, we're going to bust this thing all the way open. Yeah. And we're going to see how many of y'all haters jump on the bandwagon.
Like Breeze say, tear down the doors.
Yes, sir. Kick that mother wide open. Yep. Shout out to my some of the Bulldogs, my Classical Junior Academy Cougars, and my people over there at Marjorie, Stone, and Douglas. I ain't going to forget about my people.
Yeah, man.
You already know. And anybody that's, you know, watching it, always follow me. Don Bo, Jay Wise, Casmo, Kaiserific. If any of y'all in the house, what it do, man?
Yeah, man.
With that being said, man, you know, time to see what's going on round here.
Round here. Let's see. In a minute, I guess I'll get to it.
Hey, man. Hey, boy, next time.
There'll always be some kind of delay.
Boy, next time, you know, boy, haul off and smack the dog. Yeah, let me get into these bars. Tell you how to smack the dog out of the field. Next time, my boy. Anyway, but what's been going on, man, around here on that local scene, man? You see the other night, them Blues played Game 7.
Yeah.
I hate it because they had it, man. They was up 3-1 with maybe a minute to go. And Winnipeg or whoever snatched their goalie, so now they're basically playing 6-on-5. You hear me?
Right.
I guess if you go 6-on-5, you're supposed to have the advantage. You hear me?
Yeah, I would have liked to see somebody get a breakaway and just put it away, man. You know,
on
the other side.
And then, I mean, they went to double overtime. They fought. And then being on the Jets' home floor, I guess that, you know, that didn't help none either. You know what I'm saying? But you got it. With that championship pedigree, they got a whole different team from that 19 team that won the Stanley Cup, but they still got some of them vets around, man. You got to know how to close out that kind of game. They had them, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know, I hope that don't overshadow how good a year they had coming back like that, man. They got that new coach, and you know, people ask me all the time, man. They was like, "What was the difference?" You know, you got those same players and everything else. How can just getting a new coach or making a trade or whatever make a difference? I'm like, chemistry is everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And sometimes it just take the right person to motivate those people. Then a lot of times, like I was telling my people, it be everything. People coming back from injuries, it be trades, it be them that person that been sitting on the bench finally getting that opportunity to show what they got. It be a whole lot of things. Be like getting a new baby in the house, man. It be just something that kick-started, get that fire going. You know what I'm saying? And they, man, but they had a good year, man. But double overtime took it to Game 7. People thought they wasn't even gonna be in it, man. They tried to get that thing and they thought they had it.
Yeah,
and that's all it been with the last couple of days. Like your boy, you see your man Barkley, he even said that, start breaking down that math. I said, boy, now that's one of the most intelligent things I ever heard. Charles Barkley say, man, ain't nobody ever supposed to score on the inbounds play. He said, because if the one person is standing out of bounds, that means you playing 4 against 5.
Right.
He like, and if he say if 4 people can score on 5, then y'all suck. I was like, yeah, I guess that's how they played the Blues when they took their goalie out the net. You would think the goal is wide open, but if you can't get down there to even get a shot off,
Right.
playing 6 against 5, probably,
Yeah.
And I think with the Blues, like I was saying about that game the other night with who was that lost? Denver and OKC. They kept on trying to foul Denver instead of letting them shoot the 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was bad coaching and bad strategy because I was like, if you up, man, why would you stop the clock? Let this team get points and the clock is stopped.
Right.
They're the ones that's playing against the clock.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know if they were necessarily playing to win the game, but they were trying too hard not to lose it.
Yeah, that's like the prevent defense.
I was like,
prevent
that's
you from winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what are they doing, man? And they just left it open, and I just knew it. As soon as I seen them get that rebound, go down to Westbrook, your boy Aaron Gordon over there on the wing, boom, the 3, put him away. And then OKC might have been up like 15, 20 points.
Yeah.
Same thing with Boston. Man, they had New York. You hear me?
Uh-huh.
By at least by like 20. Jalen Brunson just stepping back, going one-on-one, just killing them, dropping bombs on them, holding up the 3. And I'm like, oh, man. Then the other game, Cleveland, I just wanted them to get that game so bad. You already lost Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, DeAndre Hunter, big part of that team. Donovan Mitchell out there getting it. They asked the coach during the game, they interviewed him. They like, how is Mitchell still able to be so effective when all the other stars are out? That means that this team know that Donovan Mitchell finna get the ball every time.
Yeah.
They was like, so in a playoff game of that type of atmosphere, and for that dude to put up almost a 50 piece on them, that let you know that young man is bona fide. He got game. You hear me?
Yeah.
And they had it, man. They were up by like 15, 20 points too, and I just kept seeing Indiana creeping back in it. When they let Halliburton come down, I thought he was finna do one of them, that new little step through move and everything, the new travel that everybody get mad when you just an old head that don't know nothing about basketball. Long as that's that live dribble, you can step back. That Harden have twinkle toes like Fred Flintstone. You took 80 steps, but the ball was still alive. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
I hate it. It sucked. But I thought he was going to do one of them old type of shots. Then I seen him get the rebound. I'm like, oh, one-on-one with an NBA type of guard. Okay, let the smooth taste fool you. You hear me? If they go one-on-one, I want y'all to spread the floor and shake out of somebody. Man, when I seen one-on-one with Halliburton, you hear me? I was like, he has a slow pace to his game. But like the greats, Kenny Smith and all them say, it's a difference between somebody playing slow and being skilled enough to play at their own pace. Right. Yeah. And that's what Halliburton does. So when I seen him, I'm like, he finna do his move. He finna go AI on this ninja. Yeah, he finna start dancing on dude. I seen him step back and bing, bing 2 more times. I'm like, oh, it's over. Seen the ridge flick. Then he monkey with the cashews and danced all on them. I like, and then most of the time, let that been LeBron, they been beeping it out. He bad for the kids. Yeah, they wouldn't let him grab nothing down there. Halliburton, monkey nut, cashews, boy, he swung like an 8 through that boy for a minute, like, and he has to have big ones to do that. Oh, Tyrese Halliburton. But I thought about it. I say my man got some of that MAGA in him too. So so I guess he can get away with it. Like they say, some people get
the MAGA side.
Get to pull out. He get to use both of his cards. I wish I get to do like you black ladies and pull out that black card. Who would like to trade anytime? Call on in. Y'all want to put the number up there. Right. Donald Trump, if you want to let us be you for a day and use our black card, call in, Mr. President. You're welcome at any time. Oh, look at my African American over there.
Look at him.
If you want to be an African American for the day.
Word.
Yeah, man.
Look at my African American over there. Look at him.
Look at him. Another thing, man, that been going on, man. You see the good old bump stops that they put up, man, that they're deciding to take some of those down. Yeah. I'm blown away by that. Because if it was about them being effective in that type of money and everything and taxpayer dollars or whatever that money comes from, some of that RAM money or whatever they claim is from, right? Shouldn't they kind of look into the effectiveness of it before they done it? Yeah, I would think. Because that's money. Yeah. And I think just like it costs money to put them down, it costs money to take them back up, right? Yeah. So unless you really just don't care and your partner getting paid when he put them up and your partner getting paid when he put them down. Spire was the new construction company around. Spire had all the contracts. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't see no city trucks going nowhere doing nothing. You seen Spire trucks everywhere doing putting street signs and bumps and doing plumbing and everything. I mean, they took over out here. But yeah, man, they kind of figuring out that wasn't such a good idea on some of them. You hear me? And I don't know how much it is to take them down, but the whole project with all of that, trying to get people to slow down and curb some of the reckless driving in St. Louis and in Missouri, that whole project was a $52 million project.
Right.
I know you are not a fan of the speed bumps on every 4-5 of them on the little bittiest dumb stupid ass street.
Yeah.
It killed me. I was like, they didn't have time to plow them and clean them off, boy, but they dropping speed bumps like, whoa, they got plenty of people to do that, don't they? Man, I be like, I seen all the little designs and patterns cut out, and I was like, man, how long it's gonna take for them to go ahead and finish this? A day or two. Right on it. You hear me?
Yep.
I told you, go over there by Parnell and Natural Bridge and all that. All the potholes are filled in. Kara Spencer is doing the damn thing.
St. Louis is great.
Again. Because there's not one of those people in there.
Right.
No Tashara Jones.
Now we can all do something.
If you've been to any wig shop in St. Louis and ate at the Waffle House more than 3 times, you are out of the GOAT discussion. You are not eligible to be mayor of St. Louis. You are too. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Anyway, man. Yeah, each one of those speed bumps, man. That project alone is supposed to be $8 million. They say it has been over 1,000 of them installed so far, with maybe 200 or 300 more to come.
Man.
I don't know if that math is right, but that's what they said. The project itself was $8 million, and each one of those speed bumps are $6,000 a piece. So when they get done, it's probably going to be like 2,000 to 3,000 of them at about $6,000 a piece. Fell through the math. How much is that?
I'm gonna have to grab a calculator.
Okay, well that's okay,
It
man.
should be like 1.2 million, I think. But let me check on this calculator. And see.
Well, we'll see. They said 8 million, so we know how many times 6,000 going to 8 million. That's how many speed bumps y'all gonna have to worry about.
Yeesh.
It's not so bad. That's what your ninjas get for not paying it.
So yeah, that's about 1,500. If it was 1,500 speed bumps, it'd be 9 million at 6,000 a pop.
Yeah. So they said about 1,100, and it's about 200-300 left. So probably a little bit under 15, probably a little bit over 8 million. Yeah, sound about right. Damn.
Yeesh.
Yep. And after all, you paid for it. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Like I said, keep on clowning and be stupid. Y'all gonna keep on paying for it. Y'all paid for them to put it up, complained about it, and now you're paying for them to take it down. Just some black guy that want to complain about something. Yeah, man. This is the good old month of May, though, man. One of my favorite months. You know, April was on fire. Who we had? Your grandmother's birthday?
Yeah, we had everybody's birthday.
2 of your son's birthday.
We had
my birthday.
Yep. My mom's birthday.
Right.
My auntie's birthday. My great auntie's birthday.
We had Miss Ella Torn's birthday. Miss Sasha Holland's birthday. Yep. One of my old co-workers, Michael Wilson's birthday. We had old Charles Samuel Harris, one of my co-workers' birthday. Man, it was a lot of birthdays in April. Yeah. But on to May. My little brother, Jason the Clown, if y'all don't know, or if you do know, he will be a good old 37 on the 13th of May. My sister, Krissa, her birthday is on the 20th.
Right.
My dad, his is on the 21st, the day after. He always said that was his birthday present back in 1982. Right. I won't tell how old she is, but if y'all could do the math, you'll figure it out. But my dad would have turned to get old 70 this year.
Yeah, 70.
Yep, get old 70.
I'm old.
Rest in peace to my pops.
I ain't old. I'm better.
Hey, look, Ninja, didn't nobody say you was old. Hey, hold on.
I'm like wine. Hold on, nigga.
Get better with time. Pops ain't supposed to have you dropping none of those N-words. We supposed to turn into karate figures. Those supposed to be ninjas, not especially not with the ER. Yeah, good old Mother's Day, man, coming up. One of my favorite, man, because we always had our family reunion on Mother's Day. I miss that so much, man. I miss my granny and them doing it. You hear me?
Yeah.
It'll never be those days again, man. I was like, boy, you only get so many years of being a kid and having your youth. You get grown quick, 18, 21, you hear me?
Yep.
And some of us before that, depending on what we doing out here, you hear me? Some of us renege and put our name in the draft like 6 or 7 years early, start being people's mammy and all that at 14, 15.
My eligibility.
Yeah, bro. So, yeah, you never get that time back. So I see why people try to hold on to it to the end of time. You hear me? Man. But it'll never be like that again, man. Just going over there, just getting to eat some of that good old famous banana pudding she made every year. Yep. See all your cousins, get to joke, clown, Joan on your other family members, you know, because everybody got to have some type of alcoholic crackhead. Somebody head extra big, water head. You already know. So y'all joning, y'all kicking it, y'all eating, man. It just times like no other. You hear me?
Yeah, all types
of
stuff.
In honor of that, they probably won't see me on anybody's clock anything on Sunday. If I do, it will be for my mother and all of y'all that get in y'all feelings because you didn't get no free breakfast, no card, or no nothing. I don't give a damn. You ain't my mammy.
Right.
Annie Malone Parade, man, coming up shortly after on May the 18th.
Yeah, man.
The good old parade that was supposed to be canceled that they put back on, that I knew it was going to go down like that they canceled, but they make sure they had plenty of time for y'all to
come on in and raise some money.
Come on with some money. A fundraiser. We don't have enough money to raise some money.
Right.
But hey, what do we know, man? What do we know? But it is on the 18th, with today being the 7th. All you hoochie mamas, you better start saving your money, selling your food stamps, or that other stuff. I ain't gonna, this is a family show. So y'all can get them number 66, them Nike slides or what up, them leggings. You know what I'm saying? And if you're planning on wearing the same ones for a week, then that means like the 10th or the 11th should be the first day you put them on. Anything other than that, they expired. That's not serve safe approved. I'm not going for it. Don't put them leggings on before the 10th, little mama. Okay.
Not have leggings worn for over a week.
Tell them, Dr. Richie. Pull up. Fill them up.
Full mass.
These
leggings
are stankin'. If you know, you know. But yeah, man, we're going to take a quick little break, and then we're going to come back, man, and we're going to run some of this interview with Mr. Jerone Hornbeak. He's a St. Louis guy who is a single parent. He has 13 kids in total. He does not have all of them at one time, but how he got to that point, what he's dealing with in his life, man, and just some other things that's going on with him. He reached out to me and asked me would I use my platform to kind of tell his story. He's going through a lot, so I'll give him the opportunity to break the ice, kind of tell his story. We'll take a break. We'll break down kind of what we've seen so far, and then we'll get back into the second part. So we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll run part 1 of Jerone Hornbeak. This is the Mikey Justice Show, y'all. We'll be right back. Hey, this is Mikey Justice. Check out my new podcast, Everybody Don't Hate LeBron James. I drop new episodes on Saturday and have them posted usually no later than Sunday. It's for all basketball fans who don't hate LeBron, who just want to talk basketball, no extra. So check it out. Everybody Don't Hate LeBron. New episodes recorded on Saturday and uploaded no later than Sunday. Everybody Don't Hate LeBron on YouTube and Facebook. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you'll be the first one to know when new episodes drop. It's Everybody Don't Hate LeBron. You don't want to miss it. And my whole thing is when it goes south, are you still going to stand on those decisions that you made? We was talking about it before with the parents with the COVID. You know, you had all those parents that they knew that wearing masks was the right thing to do. But instead, because I want to control something, I'm little Billy and little Megan's mama, so I'll make the call. I don't want them looking like little monsters and all that. They're supposed to be scoped. They got masks on their face and, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you turn on the TV and there's millions of people dying from COVID. We trying to save little Billy. But you his mama, you got the right to say he don't have to wear no mask. But when he let ass die, are you going to take responsibility or say, well, I'm okay with that because as his parent, that's the decision that I made.
The one I made. I made that, and I'm gonna live with it, and we ride.
All right, we back, y'all. Got a very important guest joining me this week. Person by the name of Jerone Hornbeak. Been knowing the young man for a long time, and he reached out.
All right, we back.
Yeah. Hold on, Phil gonna get that on together for y'all. But man, I like those little Pro Bowls, man. That was me. Wow, we got a little fire on there, didn't we?
Yeah, that was you.
Nice little show there, man. And that just let me know to mention that in a couple of weeks we supposed to have that LeBron live for y'all. If it don't be next week, it'll be the week after that. But we getting it all ready for y'all. We're gonna switch it up. We always do the Mikey Justice show live and tape the LeBron, and we don't have an opportunity for people to call in and get a feedback and kind of
right,
say how they feel about what we got going on. So one of those weeks we gonna flip it and we're gonna tape the Mikey Justice show in advance and do the Everybody Don't Hate LeBron live. So get y'all a little material ready because I'm coming with that fire for that eight. So y'all be ready. But that's gonna be Everybody Don't Hate LeBron live coming in the next week or two. Y'all stay tuned for that. Mr. Phil.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready with the clip, my boy?
I am.
All right. Roll it. This is part one. Jerone Hornbeak. Check it out. All right, we back, y'all. Got a very important guest joining me this week. Person by the name of Jerone Hornbeak. Been knowing the young man for a long time, and he reached out to me and asked me would I use my platform to allow him to tell his story. So just give the people a little bit of why you want to do the show, man, and what you got going on with yourself. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing all right. Basically, you know what I'm saying? I gotta put this out there so everybody would understand.
Before you get started, just give them a rundown, let them know who you are, and then you say you got followers and do a show and stuff like that on social media. So let's, just try to keep it all together so they can kind of navigate and know where we're going with it. So before we get started, just kind of give them an introduction to who you are, what you do, and then you could go into your story.
All right. My name is Jerone Hornbeak. I'm from St. Louis area. And I just came here to this show today to talk about what it means to be a parent.
Yes, sir. First thing, man, you when you reached out to me, you had a lot of personal stuff that was going on in your life. So I was going to basically leave it to you to decide what part of your life you want to share with them and some of the things that you're dealing with, as far as struggling right now and just where you're at in your life. So, give them a kind of rundown of where you're at personally.
Well, basically, I got 13 kids. The last 3 kids, they're not grown. The other ones are. And CPS took them.
Okay. Yeah. And what does that consist of? How many girls, boys, or?
2 girls, 1 boy, Giselle, Jaquay.
What are their ages?
7, 6, and 4. Okay.
And when did this take place? When did all this go down as far as them coming and taking them, and what did they tell you as far as the reasoning behind it?
Because they felt the abuse.
Okay. Okay. What day was this and everything, man? That they came in.
That was Tuesday, and Tuesday. That was on the 29th.
So they came and took them Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay, and you say that the reason behind it was abuse.
Yes.
Were they saying that it was abused by somebody else, or were they saying from you?
No, they were saying about somebody else, but in the paperwork it says that I did hit them with a stick, a broom. I'm like, that's not me.
Yeah. Okay, so to me, bro, I've been around. I got sisters with kids. I'm a parent, but I only got 1 kid. My lady, she has 5 of them. So well, 4. So together we got 5. So I've been around several, you know what I'm saying? And usually when those type of situations happen, it's something that triggered that. Either the school they're going to, somebody that they're around called them. So do you have any idea of who may have felt like that they were being abused? Someone at school? Is it somebody that's part of your personal circle?
It from what I have discovered, it's the whole circle. It's a school. It's actually, you know what I'm saying, the person I'm dating, people around her, people around my mama. It's just
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying, brother. I've been in situations where I've seen children get removed from the home. And, you know, there's always 2 sides to every story, man. So I'm pretty sure that you're very open and transparent about talking about your situation, or you wouldn't have asked to be on my show. So with all the stuff that and from what you're saying, it seemed to me like you've read the report and whatever the accusations were against you all or whoever involved. How much truth is it to that? Being honest, you on the record right now. Do you think? Of course, we all play parts, man. Of course, we know that no situation is innocent and all of that. But being honest, what you read from that report, do you think that it really gave a whole honest assessment of what went on?
No.
Okay, well, you tell your story, brother. Kind of give us an idea of what is accusing you all of doing, and tell your truth, what you feel like the situation and the story is. I'll let you talk, man.
Okay. What happened was, okay, on Monday and Tuesday, I was at my girlfriend's house. I had one child, and her name is Jaleese. And I just, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I kept picking the kids up from school. That's why I pay, the person I'm paying, the person that I'm dealing with, I pay her, I'm sorry, just to, get them back and forth to school.
Right.
And then once, you know what I'm saying? I mean, once we came back after Tuesday, after they got out of school, that's when DFS came with the police and they removed the kids from the house.
Okay, so when they knock on the door, whatever, who answers the door? You or someone else?
I wasn't even in the door. I was outside the gate of my mama's house.
Okay, and you see the police coming, right?
I mean, because it was a lot of yelling and screaming. Because I told the person of interest, look, just send my kids out. That's it. I wasn't even, man. It's like,
yeah, you didn't try to resist or anything.
No, I did resist once they took my kids. You all know.
Well, what I'm saying is, you told the person that was involved, or like you say, person of interest. You told them, well, you gave them basically the okay to send the kids. Don't hold the kids. Let them go, right?
Yeah. I said that.
Right. Because you in that situation, you really don't have a choice. Okay, so the people there, you outside the gate, you see the police, and you see somebody else with them who would be the DFS worker, right? So at the time, do you even know why they're there? Do you think that they're coming to approach you? When you see them, what's your first reaction?
When I seen them, I was like, okay, and what? I wasn't
like
even
what's popping up. Okay, so what do? They speak to you? They say something?
They did, but they did not come to me. They went immediately into the house.
They went immediately into the house. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying.
They didn't
I don't understand why they speak to you though. So right. Who did they speak to?
They spoke to who's in the house.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. So they didn't ask where you were the parent, anything, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you see them go in the house. So the next step is you go in the house, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what happens after that? You hear them talking, they're saying what's going on.
Mm-hmm. They said, go. They told me to remove myself from the house and sit down, and I did.
Okay, So now are they just just preparing to take the kids out of there, or are they actually saying anything to you guys about what's going on?
They're not saying nothing to me. They ain't saying nothing to me until the kids came out the house.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. The time that they're there and they're rounding up your kids, they're talking to somebody, because I know that you're not going. You guys ain't gonna do it. Huh? They're talking to your mom. Okay, so do you care to elaborate on anything that they said to her or what they were saying during the whole altercation? And then you said some yelling was going on. Were you referring to a situation that happened before they got there, or the yelling started happening once the people showed up?
The yelling was when they was already there, and the yelling and the screaming was because the other party wanted me to be on discipline level, and I already know my kids' level. And you can't whoop them for everything. I promise to God. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I said it like it was. I was like, hey man, just bring my kids about her. Cause my son, he had just got into a fight and he bit somebody and he punched on people. And I'm like, just you know what I'm saying? Because the school called my mom.
And it's an altercation that happened at the school.
Yes.
Okay, so that might be some of that triggered some of them calling the people or starting to investigate some of the things that were going on. The child is acting out, so they have to. It has to be a reason behind it. Mm-hmm. So that's when they get to digging and trying to figure out what the hell going on. And is this something that somebody else reported, like the abuse, or are they saying that this is something that the kid said?
It's been multiple calls from
different
the circle that I have been inside of.
Right.
And like I said, it's a lot of jealousy going on here. It's a lot of jealousy in here. And like I told people, like, you know what I'm saying, they're light skinned and you shouldn't be, I ain't gonna lie, if they get out of hand, I pop them a couple times, but that's it. But
I mean, we live in different times now. When we came up and everything, we got that behind tag. You know what I'm saying? As my man said, got that pamper pinch sometimes.
Yeah.
So we understand discipline, and it got to be some type of, you can't have total chaos in your house. I think a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with now is because the level of discipline got taken out the home. Mm-hmm. And you know how our people do. We go from 0 to 100, man. Yeah. When they couldn't beat the hell out of them and tear them out the frame, they just decided to just, what they say, wash their hands with them and not do nothing. Mm-hmm. So now they're just loose without any discipline. I'm not saying kill them, but you still have to hold people accountable.
Yeah.
I know. So whipping them, they saying that I'm less. They say I'm less. They say I'm less. It's crazy, man. Because I want to whoop their butt, but I don't want to whoop their butt. And they saying that I'm less disciplined to the kids. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Disciplinary. That's what it is. But.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So who is these people accusing of abusing them? Or you say that you're not enough of a disciplinary. So who is the third party, the female that you're dealing with, the one that they claiming is handling your kids?
Mm-mm.
So who?
It's my mama and her whatever brother. That's what she calls him, and he's staying there, whatever. It's all nonsense.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of stuff happened right around the same time. So it's about timing.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
A lot of stuff happened because of off of timing. Because
we're gonna do, man, just give him a little bit of a break. That was him just kind of giving everybody a rundown of what happened with the situation and them coming and taking his kids out of the home. What I was trying to get him to break down was whether it was a personal, like a revenge type of thing, because a lot of times in those situations, it'd be people within your circle. You had an altercation with them, a difference of opinion, if that's what they want to call it, and those people get mad at you, or the way that you're handling your kids, And I've been in a lot of situations where I wouldn't necessarily say the way that they were handling them was wrong, but it wasn't the way that the people around that person felt like they should handle the kid.
Right.
And that's something different. So that's what I was trying to get to the bottom of it. Was it actually some abuse going on there? Because you can't lie to yourself. Or was it just, one of those revenge type of things and somebody just getting mad and deciding to call the people on you? So, we're going to take a quick little break, man, run a couple more promos, and then we're going to get back into it. Before we go to the break, man, I want to say something about support, man. I've been getting a lot of views on posts and stuff that I've been putting up, and 90% of it been from like my non-followers. So out of the 6,000 or 7,000 followers I have, I'm getting very little support from them. And those are like friends, family, because I don't have a lot of people right now. You hear me?
Right.
And it's because of the perspective and point of view that we try to, that we do on this show. Some people have a little problem with it because at the end of the day, we like to tell the truth around here.
Yeah.
And the truth will set you free. So a lot of people don't really like to hear the truth. So I got to get that support, y'all, from all my people that's following me. It don't cost nothing to support. Hit that button. I'm wishing that y'all send some stars, help support, get this whole thing popping. I'm trying to get that truck going. I got a lot of stuff going, but I need that support. Like I said, I got 90% coming from people that don't even follow me, and only like another 4 to 10% from my loyal supposed to be people. So let's be loyal, y'all. Let's show that support. Yeah. But we're gonna run a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna run the second part of the Jerone Hornbeak interview. This is the Mikey Justice Show, y'all. We'll be right back.
Did you know that there's a show out there where people can truly discuss how they feel? No cuss, no fluff. We keeps it a buck. Who really believe all lives matter? How many people honestly are tired of hearing about mass shootings? So you want to see an end to racism and hate crimes? Who want to see corrupt and overzealous police officers who abuse their power get held accountable? Then watch the Mikey Justice Show, where we teach true Americans who are fed up how to peacefully and respectfully make our country great again. So if you really want to get involved and see change, then call in the Mikey Justice Show. You don't have to like me, just like the show. One of the best shows you never heard. The Mikey Justice Show, still going down live Wednesday nights, 7:30 to 8:30 on YouTube or Facebook.
You don't want to miss it.
The school already been looking at them as abused kids. Their mothers passed. I'm the only caretaker for them, and I do not want.
And this is those 3 kids. They all got the same mother.
Yes.
And you said the mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. Do you care to elaborate anything about that? Because come on, man, we're not super young. We ain't no spring chickens, but we ain't that old either, man. So, if she dealing with you, I'm pretty sure that she's somewhere in your age group. So, do you care to disclose what happened to her or anything like that? How did she pass?
Her name is Kimberly Howard. She passed from an overdose because me and her was together, and she ended up dealing with another person, and she, he got her on drugs.
Okay. Do you know what kind of drugs she might have been using?
Fentanyl.
Okay, fentanyl. So she passed to a fentanyl overdose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One thing that I was, just trying to pay attention and keep up with the story and what you're saying. Your mom, and she got some guy living there that she basically claims to be her brother. Now, were they living with you, or were you living with them? You all live in the same apartment complex. How did they end up being in the same place with you and your kids? Y'all live together?
I was living off and on with my mom. I lived with my mom for 2.5 years. I've been dealing with Clara Holmes, which is who the one I'm dating. And you know what I'm saying? It just, you know, I lived with her for a while, and then I lived with my mama, and then you know what I'm saying? It's just a whole
Okay, so
bunch.
check this out, bro. Honestly, with you being a single father, it's resources for the ladies, and those resources, I'm not sure because I've never been on that end of it. I'm just hoping that the same resources that are available to the women are available to the men. So with you having all your kids and them being those ages, man, my question is, you as a man, me to you, man to man, know that you having that many kids, a girlfriend, and everything else is never going to be the best situation to be living with somebody. So what's going on in your life that's not keeping you where you're having a stable home? Because you should be able to get Section 8, lower housing, some food stamps, this and that. You should have plenty of benefits with having those kids. So what's the situation with you end up, going back and staying with your mom, if you care to speak on it?
Yes, I do. August the 15th is when I was supposed to have my move-in date, and that was supposed to be at the Sarah Apartments. They gave me back my refund because I was supposed to move in, and it was just, I don't know. She gave me back my refund, and then you know what I'm saying, I had to stay in the situation I'm in because it's supposed to be emergency housing for anybody that is single parent,
Right.
and they just did not provide that type of help.
And
And
I've been a victim of the system myself, man. So I know that they always say all these wonderful resources are out here, but I know firsthand that sometimes it's not as easy. And then what they say, how do they say it? Be proactive, not reactive.
Right.
It's never nothing. You don't really get any help or nothing really until they say the itch hit the fan. You hear me? To somebody really going through something. That's when they finally decide to step up and want to help you when everything gets critical. So I understand that part of it too, man. But I don't know, the system failed somebody because being in that situation, man, especially if anybody, when you were going through everything, like you had already knew that people were making calls and stuff, right? Okay, so my question to you, what did you do on your end to try to reach out to get any help from anybody?
I went to several
Here
resources.
they be like, call the crisis nursery and all that kind of stuff. Did you do any of that type of stuff?
Yeah, I reached out to Crisis Nursery. I think that was in 2021. I also reached out to the Urban League. I also reached out to it's the one on Page. Because Urban League is on Kings Highway, and Better Family Life.
Right.
Yeah.
They gave
Okay.
me resources. But those resources weren't utilized because I'm a black male. So we have to get into that conversation on another time, but we can talk about it now if you want.
Yeah, I got
I
a
was
few
denied.
questions that I want to ask you. Once you got off into everything like that, man. Before we go into that, man, I know you was telling me that not only were you struggling with the situation with your kids, man, but you were telling me you got a lot of things that are weighing on you and playing into your mental health right now. You was dealing with we talked before we came on camera, and you was telling me about you experiencing a lot of death in your family, going through depression and all of that kind of stuff, man. So we know how much of a problem mental health is right now. The thing that I hate about it is you always hear politicians and people in those big seats talk about how much of a problem mental health is, but you never hear anybody really saying what they're going to do to address the problem of mental health. So let people know what you're dealing with as far as your health right now, the depression, the death, everything you're going through, and explain to them basically what part it played in what you're dealing with right now.
Well, I mean, we can go all the way back to when me and you just, first met. At that time, I was living in Wellston. Then we had moved to Spanish Lake. My little
Right.
sister had passed, so that hit me hard, like the hardest it could hit me. And then as we moved away from that situation, because my mom, she had me, you know what I'm saying, and my brother, you know what I'm saying, we ended up moving on the south side. Well, the east side, south side, back and forth type deal. And then my brother passed. And then, you know what I'm saying, my mom ended up having another baby. And you know what I'm saying, she ended up passing. So it's like, but it was other little situations that was
Oh
inside
man,
of those.
and you reference how long I've been knowing you, and me and you first meeting each other and everything, and with us being in the St. Louis area, I won't try to sugarcoat it or make no secret of it, that I've known you personally for a long time, and some of the things that you've dealt with that I even know about, things that I know that you left out, you know what I'm saying? The car accident and how strange that was, you hear me? And everything that they went through, and seeing your brother survive something like that to eventually lose his life, you know what I'm saying? That's without even putting a lot of your own business out here. That's something that I know on my own. That when he went down the whole list of losing a couple of siblings and other things, he still even left out the whole situation of when he lost his father. So this
Right,
young
my
man
father,
has dealt with
I
a
don't
lot
want to
of
put
stuff.
that in there. I didn't want to
Right.
put that in there because that hurts me to the core, because I was
I
supposed to be a
understand.
stronger person.
And another thing, man, I wanted you to talk about, because a lot of people, they know you. I'm not gonna say that you Snoop Dogg around here, nothing, but you pretty popular guy, man. I ain't gonna even lie about it. A lot of people know
I
you
am.
because you have a TikTok following. You did a show with your kids and everything else. So how does this move right here of them not being there affect what you're gonna do in the future as far as the show?
No, the first thing, I'm just gonna get right back to the show, and we're gonna go ahead and get these kids back. What I want to do first is make sure I clean up all of the dirt that's lingering on me,
Man,
because
well, that's how I get down, bro. I'm like, you got to prove it to me. You got to have the receipt. Well, the scars and all this. Because if you clean, man, and it's going the way that you said, and it's a lot of fabrication that's involved in it, all of that's going to show. What's done in the dark will come to the light. So
thank
that's
you.
that's my advice to you, man. As knowing you for several years, brother, if you know that your hands clean and that people are putting false things on you, my advice to you, man, is to stay real, stay grown, and stick to the script. At the end of the day, just remember that you're a father and you're trying to put their best interest. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it turn into nothing personal. Because when it get to these type of situations, it's usually personal. You hear me? Somebody
That's why
does it.
that's why they call it the invest on me. A lot of things in this circle is personal. It's
Yeah,
no business.
I understand, because it always is, brother. But like I said, we got to be real with ourselves too, and make sure that you didn't do anything to play a part in that situation. And even if you did, I've been there and done that before, man. It's still redemption. You know what I'm saying? So if you did do something, because I'm not there, and I don't want people to think that just because I know you, that I'm just here to let you just call it one way. It's two sides to every story, brother. You hear me? So regardless of what you tell me on this whatever, the truth is still the truth. You hear me? And I just hope at the end of the day, man, that they really see it the right way and the best come out for the kids.
Yes, because I ain't gonna lie to you. Not having them around, it just.
I know that's a big void, man. I know that bother you, brother. I mean, I could hear it in your voice. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I do see you being very strong, but that ain't nothing new to me. Like I said, I done seen you go through a lot of stuff, man. But I know this situation is weighing on you. When you called me up and asked me about the whole situation, and you was just like, this one right here hit me hard, man. I kind of got scared because I didn't know what the hell you was going to say on the other end of that, man. But I'm glad to be here for you,
No,
man.
no, I will say this and this to you and Ernie, and thank you for being a friend. That's all. And when you go through stuff like this, it's not the time to freak out.
Right,
It's,
exactly,
it's
man.
time. It's time to be serious about everything you got to do. I don't care about whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Play on your
it's
part,
out of your hand at this
whatever.
point. And the best thing to do is to, like I said, stick to the script. That's what I like, man. When somebody give me the blueprint and tell me that this is what I need to do to make it right, all I know that it's on me to do what I need to do to make it right.
Right.
I'm only looking confused when I don't know what to do. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
But when you lay that blueprint and that foundation, you know what I'm saying? Because how we get to that point, it really don't matter. It's all about results. At the end of the day, if I got peace of mind and I got my kids, then it don't even matter. All the foolishness that came with it, whether it was personal or whatever, like I said, they'll have to deal with that when that time comes. You hear me? So all you do, man, when they lay that foundation and tell you what to do, brother, if you really in it to win it and want to get your kids back, man, do what they tell you to do and get it on right, brother.
Yeah, walk it on down.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, man. Well, we gonna wrap it up right there, man. We only get an hour per week. So if it's another time, man, that is something that you feel like you missed and you want to come back and, talk again, man, on the show, feel free at any time, my brother.
Not a problem. Love y'all, man. We out.
Yep, much love, man. Thank you,
man.
That was Jerone Hornbeak. Yep, St. Louis father. Just using my platform to help the brother out. And we'll be right back.
Hold on, my brother. Technical difficulty. The mic was muted. Can you say that again, my brother?
What's that, my brother?
About the full interview.
Oh, the full interview, yeah. Like I said, it was almost an hour long, so we ended up having to chop it and edit a little bit of it. But if you want to see the interview in its entirety, you can go to my Facebook page or YouTube. Phil should have the link up there, or the link should be in the description if you all want to check out that whole video. But I was also saying that he expressed what he was dealing with as far as alcoholism. I know you could hear it in his voice, like the struggle, you know what I'm saying? And he took full accountability, and he said that was another thing that was really affecting, where he's at in his life right now.
Right.
Yeah, so all that stuff, man, alcoholism, depression is major right now.
Yep.
And they say we got resources, but sometimes, the system failed people, and those resources aren't easily accessible as they claim that they are all the time.
Yeah.
So if you could, man, before we get out of here, I wanted to put the number up to the crisis nursery, so people that are going through things, man, at least, are able to reach out to them, Covenant House, and anything like that. Anything else, we'll probably be able to put it up in the description.
Yeah, man, we can share the crisis nursery.
Yeah.
That's
but like he said, man, there's many of them out here, Better Family Life, Covenant House, Urban League, several different ones, man. St. Patrick Center, that really dream center that try to help people out.
Yeah. And then we got St. Patrick Center.
Okay.
And you mentioned the Covenant House too, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Covenant House.
Yeah,
and, we just want to show that you guys can go back and watch it and pause it, and
get that information. Yeah.
But all your information is up here on the screen, and then also talk about Better Family Life. So another good resource.
Yeah, these places are out here, man. People need to try to contact them, talk to them. I've even expressed, use the local media, your news people if you have to. But let your voice be heard. Nobody can really help you if they don't know your situation and know your story. So, do your part as far as, reaching out to these people and letting them know what you're going through. And that way you can begin the process of getting some help with some of the situations that you're in. With that being said, man, like we said, we only get an hour. We always try to use this platform to do, do some of that work that needs to be done around here, man. Anytime anybody want to reach out to us to tell their story, that's what my show is about. It's a platform for the people. The number is 314-282-5086. If you can't catch one of us, me or Phil, you could always leave a comment or leave your contact information, and we'll get back to you at our earliest convenience. And if you need to tell your story, this is the place. I guess that's gonna wrap it up, man. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, man, just rest in peace to baby Marshawn, man. Big Marshawn, hold your head.
Yeah, we was going to talk about that too, man. 11-year-old that got killed because his father, he took accountability, man. They say he had like 11 unsecured guns. Yeah. And I expressed on this show many situations, even some of my neighbors and other people who children have fallen victim to unsecured guns. As parents and as adults, it's your responsibility to make sure you secure that gun. It's a toy to a kid, and you don't want to put them in that type of situation. Last name being Futrell, man. I didn't know if it was anybody, because you know that's a pretty popular name around the St. Louis area. Mm-hmm. A lot of people know good old Don Juan Futrell. We went to school with Montel Futrell and a couple of other people, man. So, you know, I don't want anybody to go through that, but I was just really just hoping, because they've already dealt with a lot in their lives. So right. I hope this ain't another black mark on that family. Yeah, man, but yeah, secure those guns, lock them up, y'all, and be more responsible. These babies are dependent on y'all, depending on us as adults. For your boy, Phil, I'm Mikey Justice. That's been our time. Thank y'all for watching. We'll catch y'all in 7 of them. Peace.
Peace.